and then so on. So what we have to do, if you have to create our own tag library, if you have to create your own tag library, you need to write the code for that. Now, if the already built-in tags, if they don't serve the purpose, then you are free to create your own tag library. Now let us do that. I'll right click Java web application, and then custom tags. Now after we have done this, so what is the custom tags? Yes. So in the first step, what you have to do is you need to create a tag library descriptor. The tag library descriptor is called as TLD. That should contain all the description about your tags. So you'll go to new, and then click over here, new, click others, and then you've got JSP, find and a web. Excuse me. Select tag library descriptor. Just let me write over here greet. This is the location where inf tlds/greet, and you can give any prefix. Just let me give the prefix as G, and then click finish. Now over here, if you see, it has created a tag library descriptor. Over here you will be mentioning, or over here you will be keeping all the details about your tag. This is your tag library descriptor. Now the purpose of this tag library descriptor is, let's say you have a web page over here. So this web page has to greet all the users. Greeting web page. I click finish. Now over here, it has to greet the users. So if you want to if you want to create your own tag lib, prefix is equal to, what did we give, G, and then URI is this one. I go to this greet TLD, this is your URI, this is the location wherein you can access your tag lib. So I go over here and then let me paste it over here. So this is the location where you will access your TLD file. Now, what I want to do is, we said we use this to reduce the scripting code. Greet me. So if this line is executed, the system, it should print welcome, etc. Some welcome message. The system should give the welcome to our website. Greet is equal to greet me. Now, over here, what you do is, first you should, now your tag name is tag. You need to define this tag and that tag. Now the name what we are giving to the tag name, the name what you have given is greet me. And after you give the name, you need to specify its class. That is, what is the Java code that has to be executed. So com.example, fully qualified name of the class you should give, com or com.tags, greet me tag. Let's say, okay, this is the class that has to be executed. Comms.tag greet me tag. Now what we will do is we'll go to this and then go to this, click on source, right click and then click. You have to create the package called com.tags. After this package is created, I need to create a class by name greetme. So right click on this and click others. Under web, you have got this tag handler. This is called as tag handler. So the name what we have given is greet. Again under this tag, you have got tags with two things, two types of tag. One is simple tag support, second one is body tag support. First, we'll go with the simple tag support. And information about this tag should be recorded in under this webinf, TLBS, and then greet.tld. So all the information will be recorded. Let me click this, and the type of tag what you're having is empty. That is, it should not have any content in the body. Now, if you see over here under greet.tld, it has already recorded the information. We were writing it. We were writing all this stuff, but if you select it, it will already record. It will record it by default. So let me remove it. And then we have specified body content as empty. That is, it should not have any content at the body. Body content is empty. So you have created this. Now let us go to this file. Now if you see over here, this tag has got, now over here if you see, this tag, it has got greet me extend symbol tag. So whenever you want to create your own tag, it should either extend simple tag support or body tag support. So you're extending simple tag support. The simple tag support is an abstract class and you need to override this do tag method. You need to override do tag method. Let me delete all this. So as we create the print writer object in the servlet, similarly, in order to write onto the JSP page, you require JSP writer. So you are, with the help of get JSP context, you are requesting a JSP writer object. From here, you can write out dot write welcome to custom tags. So this will throw an exception, enclose that within the try and catch block. Now you are done. So when this g.greetme is executed, what all happens is, now if this greetme is executed, first it will check this. If any tag lib first, the process what it takes is, first this, whenever a web container, when it sees this tag lib directory, it will find the URI. It will find where the tag library descriptor for this tag lib is located. So we are specifying it is located in webinf/tlds/greet. So it will go to this greet.tld. Now after it go to this greet.tld file, it will check are there any tags. If it finds that they are the tag greet me. So and then for this it has to check what is the tag class pom.tags.greetme tag. So we have written only greet me, but over here it is this. So let me remove this. So it goes to this class greet me, and then automatically your container will call this do tag method. So the process what you have is, First, the container will check this URI. After it checks the URI, it will locate the TLD file, and then it will load the tag class. It will locate and load the tag class, that is greet me, and then it will call do tag method, and the output that is generated is sent to the container, and then the container will send the output, and then to the client. This is how it works. The moment it finds this tag lib, it locates its read.tld. Post that, it will read all this, and then it will load all the tag classes. After the tag class is loaded, it will execute the to tag method, and then the output is sent back to the client. Let us do a clean and build, and then run file. So what you can do is, rather than just writing any greet me, if you have any Java code, you can write it over here. Any valid Java code can be written to be executed in the JSP tag. Welcome to custom tags. This message, you are getting it from your custom tag. From the custom tag, you're getting the message. From this custom tag. From here, you're getting it. Now, let's say you have something. Let's say you have got drop down box. Select and then option, and then option. Let's say these are your employee IDs. 100, 101, and then so on. This is what you're getting. But I want this to be done dynamically. So if there are 10,000 employees, then you need to write this 10,000 times. If there are 10,000 employees, then you have to write it 10,000 times. Rather than writing this 10,000 times, what you can do is you can just connect to the database, and then you can pull the details. The correct option is it should be dynamic. That is, you need to connect to the database and then pull all the details. For that, again, what we can do is we can take help of custom tags, get EMPs. We can take help of the custom tag, that is G colon get EMP ID. So this should retrieve all the employee IDs. So I have identified the name of my tag. So I will register this tag with the TLD. I'll go to this TLD, and then I'll create one more tag. This is your tag, and then the name what we are giving to this tag is greet me. And then the tag class what you have is com.tags.get EMP ID. And then body content, it is empty. It is not having any contents in its body. Okay, now when you're done with this, now again you go to the projects, com.tags, right click and then say tag handler, get emp id. Again, we're going with a simple body support. And over here, TLD is green.tld. Either you write it or let the system write. Finish. Now, this is added by the system. Now let me remove this. Now we are done with this. Now you go to this get emp id class. Let me delete this. This is called by the container. Now over here, what we have to do is you need to get connected to the database and then get all the details. So in order to get connected to the database, let us write the code. Public, that is, you will get a list of employees, list of EMP, a list of integers, you can say, list of integer EMP IDs is added, and then public list of integer get employee ID. So you need to get connected to the database to retrieve all the details. So let me just copy the code for connecting to the database. Let us connect to this login module, source package, and the DAO we have written this. So let me copy these three lines. Surround block, so whatever is required I'm keeping, rest we will delete it. And I think we need to add catch clause. Now for this we don't require all this, you just require select employee ID from employees. You should have the database wherein you have got employees table. From then I am retrieving only employee ID, and this is while result set rs is equal to prepaid statement dot execute query. Now each time you're retrieving rs dot get integer of employee ID, or one I can write because we don't have many columns. Now this should be added to this list, emp list. So each time you're retrieving, emp list is equal to new array list. Let me give the error message. Let us initialize that to none. And this one, each time you're retrieving, it should be added to a list. Done. Now, now I hope this is clear. Now, what I'll do is I will call get employees ID. So I'm calling this. So actually, we don't require this because we are. Let me copy this. If everything goes fine, otherwise, okay, it should return none. Let me minimize this. Now you have got this. Now this should be returned to the JSP page. This list you have to return it to the JSP page. So get JSP context dot, over here you have got set attribute. So string name EMP list. What are you setting is EMP list, and then you have to set the scope page context dot request. Got stuck. It is request scope. When you're done with this, you don't require this. You are setting the attribute. After you are done, you go back to your JSP page. Now let me maximize this. Now from this page you get to this JSP page, it will send this EMP list. Now you have to retrieve that over here. So in order to retrieve, I'll take help of C colon. C colon for each, and then variable is equal to EMP ID, and then items collection. What you have is this collection, you are getting it this from the request scope. You don't have to write this multiple times because we are taking help of for each. C colon for each. Control A, format the code, done. Sorry, request scope dot. There you have saved this with EMP list. So rather than you writing the code, you can retrieve this with the help of dollar of EMPI. So it will retrieve each employee ID and then it will pass it to this one. The last step what you have to do is you need to add the library. So you go to the libraries and then add sorry, product server, and then under JDBC lib this added. Get EMP is the same. There is some error over here. So this is get API. You did not got any details. So let us check the errors. Class fish. Any errors? Okay. Let me just print and check it whether it is adding or not. Let us compile it one more time. What is the name that we have given? Creek.jsp. So from here I need to call .jsp. And this is executed. Oh, sorry, all the time it is returning null. It should return this. From here you should return the empty list. This line has missed. All the time it is returning null. So that is the reason it could not print any values. See over here. So you are getting all this, all the code. So what you have done is, so rather than writing the complete code in your JSP, you have moved it to the custom tags. And then again, it is a reusable component. You can reuse it multiple number of times. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hassan, is it clear?
Can you explain it again, please?
The code or the flow?
Just the logic.
The database?
No, how the tag it works like a JSP to Java class and the greet
Okay.
TID.
Now, first what the container does or the browser does is it will check whether there is, sorry, it will check for this, is there any tag left? If there is any tag
Mhm.
left, it will check what is the URI for that. Webinf slash TLD slash create. So whenever this JSP engine or the web browser encounters this, it goes to the JSP engine. And then this path is fixed. It'll go to the web init TLDS and then greet.tld. It'll go to this file. And then after it goes to this file, it will check what are the tags, greet me, get EMP ID, etc. etc. So you need to execute this greet me and then greet EMP ID. Let's say you are executing this dot get EMP
Mhm.
ID. So when it finds this, it'll go to this TLD and then check, is there a tag by name get EMP ID? If there is a tag by name get EMP ID, it will then find out what is it. Form.tags.get EMP ID. It will check this.
Inside the
And
tag is define the Java class.
which one?
Name the Java class. Inside the tag, we just define the Java class name.
Yes, yes, you just have to mention it. That is what is the Java code to be executed.
Okay.
So you'll define this. So the next what
Mhm.
it does is it goes to this file and then the container will call this do tag method, the code that is executed. So over here you can prepare your output. So once your output is set from the tag class, okay, you can set the attribute and then you can pass on the object from one page from tag class to the JSP page. So once this output is ready, and so this tag class, it will again send the output to the container itself. Then the container will send the output to this response page. The tag class does not send the output directly to the response page. As usual, it sends the response to the container page. Sorry, to the container. Then it is the container that will send the response back to the client. Clear with this?
Yeah.
These are the steps what we have. So first it checks this, locate, load the tag class, execute, find the tag class that is greet me, and then automatically it will execute the do tag. Whatever output is prepared in the do tag class, it is sent to the container, and the container will send the output to the client. So you can write your own custom tags. So as we said, it is a reusable component. It is not like that you can use it only in a single page, you can use it in multiple pages. So if you create one more JSP page, and in that page also get EMP list. And this also you can just use it. Copy paste. So you don't have to write the code again. You can just write it once and then you can reuse it. And provided you include this taglib directive. Now you see okay, you're using it in more than one pages without writing the code. So that is what we say. It promotes code reusability. Do clean and build. Don't get any output. Web IDE tools palette. So over here you can observe this. So it is a reusable component that can be used in multiple pages. So you're using it in this page as well as
I think what was sorry, what is the fix that you have given? How it got listed now?
over here we were using the C JSTL code tags. So that was not
Okay,
listed over here.
okay, okay, okay.
So tag library is restricted to just only define the class path, or is
Yes.
there any other use of tag library restricted to?
We can specify
Sorry, I can't hear you.
we can specify under tags. Okay, you have got 2 to 3 types under the triplet body like without body. But this is what is like. Any doubt on this?
No, it is clear.
Okay. Let's say I'll just make use of this tag attribute. You can define the attributes to the tags. Attribute name and then mm, required. That is, it is mandatory to provide this attribute. And then what is the type? Java.lang.string. And then our text pure value is can the value be provided to this attribute at runtime? So simple. So I go back to this, the first one, what we were doing, greet.jsp. So for this greet me, what you're saying is you want to provide an attribute by name, and then value is none. So this is called as tag with attribute. You cannot find the setter method. Now if you see over here, it is saying it cannot find the setter method. So you have to go back to this. So if you have got private string name, you have to provide the setter method. Private string name, private set name, string of this dot name is equal to, sorry, it should be public. Invalid method, okay, sorry. Set is void. So whenever you're declaring tag with attributes, if you're providing this name, When this is executed, the container, what it does is it will map this to the attributes of the class. This is how attributes are initialized. So it will first map it to the greeting class. After it has done it, they are here. It will map to the class, to the properties of the class, and then it calls the set of methods to initialize. I repeat, if you have any attributes, then if you have attributes, then you need to provide the properties, respective properties in the tag class. And your container will map attributes to the properties of the class, and then it initializes. Attributes are initialized by invoking set a method. This is the cycle it follows. So in a tag, you can have is this clear? If you're having the attributes, they are mapped to the properties of the tag class. How does the container initializes? Container will map attributes of the tag to the properties of the associated tag class, and then the attributes are initialized by invoking the set method. So each tag defines each tag whatever you are using in the tag in the tag it should have the corresponding setter method.
Atika, your voice is breaking.
Okay. So each tag, whatever you're defining, it should have the corresponding setter methods. So let us execute this. See, welcome to custom tags. Where it is John. Or else, where is that? Okay, fine. We are in this one. I can create a form. If I don't specify any action, the request will come back to the same page. Input type is equal to text, and the name is equal to name. And then we can specify a submit button. Let me just drag and drop. I'll go over here and then specify the submit. So the value, this value you can retrieve it at runtime at the rate. This is what we say, that is you can provide the values to the attributes at runtime. So welcome to tags. Let me type over here Johnny and then click submit. Clear with this?
Yeah.
You're providing the values to the tag at runtime. Let me type Mike. Welcome to tag Mike. So this is what we mean, our text PR value. When you see this, where is that greet.tld? Over here you're providing our text PR value. If this value is set to true, then it means you can provide the value to the tag attribute at runtime. If it is false, then it has to be static. If it is true, it can be dynamic. That is, you can provide the value to the attributes of the tag at runtime. Is it clear?
Yes.
If you want to add one more tag, what you have to do is for each tag you have to write this separately. So copy and then paste it. Let's say I'm writing L name, and then you need to go back to this uh, readme and have to create corresponding sentiments. L name, set L name, set L name, and then this dot L name is equal to, let me write over here, welcome to tag plus. I'm just making it simple by writing L name or N name. So based on your program requirement, you can keep it. So let us just refresh this. According to daily attribute, L name is mandate. Okay. So mandatory we kept it. So you have to go back to this JSP and let me copy this and change this to L name. Read me. This is L name is equal to dollar param dot. Now let us execute this. Now this is first name Johnny. Second one Adam. Any XYZ name. Say Johnny and then Adam. So this is how you can do. I hope it's clear. Tag with
Yes.
attribute. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are adding more tags, you need to keep on adding the attributes one after the other. So with this, we'll wind up the discussion for today. This custom tags. This is one of the important topic in GSP, wherein you will learn how to create your own tags. If the built-in tag does not suffice your requirements or does not meet your requirement, then you should go with the custom tag. As you have seen, it is reducing a whole lot of code. All the code is executed, is being executed over here, and it is a reusable form. Can we wind up the session for today? Any doubts?
Uh, um, we understood. It was pretty straightforward topic today, Hatika. So I understood.
Okay, fine. Hassan, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine. Just try to practice it. All different types of
Okay.
tags, and then avoid writing the Java code and the JSP pages by making use of the custom tags. Sure, bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.